So Stellaris just launched a new expansion DLC, and you know what that means. A huge update that breaks a whole bunch of mods, followed by an extreme adrenaline rush to get your mods updated. And with it comes questions of how long until this mod is updated to current version. But what I don't see a lot of people asking is like, how does the new update break the mods? And I figured I'm a bit of a coding nerd, so why don't I just give an explanation here? I know it's not part of my usual videos and it's not a question I see asked all that often, but I find it to be a bit of an interesting topic. So to understand this, we kind of quickly have to go over how the Stellaris game structure works. And you can think of it as a library where all the files are grouped together roughly by similar content, and then grouped even farther based on similar content as well. So think of like, if you're looking for books on the Napoleonic Wars, you'll find those next to other books about the Napoleonic Wars, but they'll be in a bigger section of history. It's the same thing. You'll find all the megastructure files connected in a megastructure file within the common folder. I know the analogy between the library and the Stellaris game files isn't perfect, but it's more just to give you an idea of how the structure works. Typically, when the devs add new content, they add new folders and new files that keep that content separate from the rest. And it makes it really easy for modding because you know where to look for everything, and everything is named pretty well. And the devs are, like I said, they're really good at keeping things separate. So most mods and most Stellaris updates only like add new folders or new content or update content. They don't change how the base game works. This is why you can sometimes get mods that are really old that still work perfectly in the game. It's because that content hasn't been significantly changed in any way since the last time that mod was updated. However, once in a while you get big updates such as the Nien update, which changed some things pretty dramatically. One thing that we modders can't modify is the game rules. So these are things like how the system spawns planets, or how it deals with anomalies, or how it deals with galaxy generation, or like how ships move around. However, the game devs have that ability to modify this sort of, how would you say, hidden code. For example, the Nien update changed the way that planets work in the colony sense, in that it used to be a tile-based system with one pop worked one job, and you just had a limit of 25 pops. Nien changed that so you could have, with the new system we have now, well, it's not really new, it's been out for 6 years now. So now in the new non-grid based system, I don't even know what to call it, buildings produce jobs, and those jobs produce resources. So you had to create new jobs. You also had to balance them out a little bit better because the system messed around with balance. All the old buildings aren't exactly working anymore because they are trying to create a job rather than just resources, which they can do, but since the parameters have changed and since the game balance has changed, the mods are a little bit broken. Fortunately though, most changes aren't that dramatic, but I just used a bigger example just to show you how changing something can cause an effect. Most of the time it's small tweaks like changing a file name or adding a parameter to something in the common folder. So yeah, that's why most updates break some mods in Stellaris, and why some are still usable even if they're in like 2.5 or even earlier. All I'm just asking is that if you have a mod that you really like to play with and it hasn't been updated yet, just please be patient with the modder. Sometimes it's a bit of work to get these mods up to date, especially because this isn't our full-time job. This is more of a hobby that we really enjoy doing. I will also say if there's a mod you like that's abandoned, you can really update it yourself and just release your own update as long as you give the proper credits. And yeah, that's all I really got for today. So I hope you found this video at least somewhat interesting. I know it's not my usual content, but I just thought I'd offer some explanations. All right, take care everyone.